Since the Depp-Heard trial ended, Amber Heard's lawyer Elaine Bredehoft has been in the highlights many times. Most recently, her actions for arguing with the judge in court during the appeal hearing led to her face backlash from the judge. Elaine is recently being slammed for arguing the jury to let Depp be liable for something he didn't say about Amber Heard. What was the statement she was referring to? Does she really lack lawyering skills? Keep watching to find out. Elaine got bashed by the judge for arguing the jury to hold Depp liable for the words said by Adam Waldman to Heard. Adam Waldman, who represented Heard during her abuse allegations in 2016, called her claims a hoax orchestrated with the help of her friends. Adam Waldman made some statements as follows. The first is, simply put, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt failed, according to Waldman, as quoted in the jury form. Secondly, the officers arrived at the penthouses, searched and interviewed everyone, and then left with no damage to face or property. So Amber and her friends spilled some wine and roughed up the place, got their stories straight under the supervision of a lawyer and publicist, and then dialed 911 again. Elaine was not at all right here and was bashed for her lawyering skills. Not only the judge, even fans trolled and slammed her for being so bad. One fan said, "It's amusing to me that Elaine is arguing that the jury was incorrect in finding Amber Heard defamed Johnny Depp maliciously, despite the fact that Elaine's counterclaim was that Johnny Depp should be held liable with malicious intent for something Adam Waldman said about Amber." Another stated that AH failed Mr. Rottenborn, Ms. Elaine Bredehoft, the ACLU, Me Too, and most likely Ms. Elaine Bredehoft. One more comment says, "At the very least, Rottenborn is wise enough to keep quiet and get out while he can." Another added, "People keep telling her she's a good lawyer. Because I am not a lawyer, I feel free to say that if she were my lawyer, I would be disappointed with her performance in DVH. One more said, "Adam was correct. That part of the decision made no sense." One user says, "Thank you very much. Adam W., Johnny did not say it. And he's not incorrect, just brutally honest. But no one mentions either of these points." Another added that Amber Heard's lies, like COVID, never die. They simply evolve into new forms. One commented that Elaine is merely the defendant's puppet. If the defendant wants her to, Elaine will say the sky is green and the grass is blue. Elaine's poor lawyering skills question whether she is good in court. For instance, she appears to say whatever comes to mind, and it comes across as a combination of her suddenly remembering what she was going to say and making it up as she went. She made outrageous claims about Johnny and other people, including the police, and she even took a jab at Johnny's fans. She rambled at times and jumped back and forth in time. She is extremely hostile and appears to be frustrated at times. Her credentials, in my opinion, do not match her performance. She is hostile and defensive, and it took us to that instance when she questioned Dr. Curry as if she were a hostile witness, even though Dr. Curry was not defensive or hostile in any way. She simply replied to the questions professionally. One of the issues with this is that when she tries to appear softer and more sympathetic, such as when she questions Amber, it simply does not work. Next comes to objection, hearsay, and leading. When Camille objects to being led, Elaine adds, if any, to the question. This sometimes appears to work, so it's not just Elaine, but it's still leading. We all have a good time with hearsay objections. But Elaine should understand what hearsay is, but she appears perplexed when objections are sustained. The sidebars appear to be bothering her as well. She appears to be arguing with the judge at times, and then frustrated when she continues the questioning. She's even made passive-aggressive remarks to the judge, such as when she muttered that Amber was apparently not allowed to say what she said because it would be hearsay. Moreover, she mixes the words. She's constantly mispronouncing people's names and mixing up words. She also appears disorganized at times. When Whitney graduated high school, she brought her out to LA and put a roof over her house, she says in her opening statement. Here's how fans reacted towards her lawyering skills. One fan says, "She irritates me. She appears unprofessional, particularly in comparison to Camille. She's so slimy in her questioning, and the number of sustained objections to her make it seem like she's on her first day or something. I'm looking forward to never hearing her voice again." Another added, "I assumed it was a combination of obvious signs of aging, forgetfulness, and having a bad client. She also appears unethical, but what do you expect from a lawyer?" One more fan said, "When Amber was called to testify, Elaine introduced her as Laura Amber Heard and had to correct herself. Shocker." Another wrote, "She exudes inexperience, not as a lawyer, but in this particular field. Defending Amber would be a difficult task for anyone. There is almost no evidence." What do you think about Elaine's lawyering skills? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe for more.